chance to see me play a college softball game. I know how excited we both were. I wish I could have taken that father-daughter fishing trip that we always talked about, but never really got around to it. Kelly, I'm going to miss talking to you every day about everything. If I was having a bad day, or if someone was being mean to me, you would always stand up for me and try and fix everything. You were the best sister that anyone could ever ask for. Mom, I'm sorry that we got in a fight. I never meant anything I said. I wish I could tell you that I love you just one more time. You were my world. When Nanny passed away, you were there for me night or day. I'm going to miss you so much, and I wish I would have listened to you when you told me not to go to this party. And it was not a good idea. I'm sorry. Please don't feel guilty. Live your life to the fullest. And finally, Jacob, I'm so sorry that we never got to spend our life together like we always had talked about. We were perfect together. You meant so much to me. I never want you to stop living life to the fullest. Go play baseball at Kennesaw and play your heart out each game and leave it all on the field, because you never know when it will be your last game. Don't ever feel lonely, because I will be right there next to you, watching you all the time. Mom, Dad, and Kelly, I will miss you so much, and I'll be waiting to see all of you again in heaven one day. I love you.
Once the injured have left the scene, the police officer will question Kevin, the driver of the white Camaro. He is slightly injured, but refuses to be transported to the hospital by ambulance. He'll be issued a field sobriety evaluation, which is common in fatality car crashes. He passes that evaluation. He will then be issued a breathalyzer test on the scene. He will fail that test. See, Kevin had one drink and one shot at the party. He thought he'd be okay. It was no big deal. He felt fine. However, his judgment and reaction time were not fine. In fact, he didn't even bother telling his friends that got in the car with him. It will be that decision that will change his life and his friend's life forever. Kevin will be charged with 3 counts of vehicular homicide, driving while distracted, failure to stop for a traffic light, driving under the influence, and reckless driving. Each vehicular homicide charge alone could cost Kevin 15 years of his life. He could possibly spend the next 45 years in prison. He would now face 60 years in jail. Kevin's insurance was responsible for all the damages to the lives and property in the accident. All the families of the people involved in the accident blamed him for their injuries and losses. Kevin's mom and dad lost their house and everything they had trying to protect their son. When the trial was over, the families affected in the car accident were awarded $8.4 million. This money was for doctor bills, therapy, funerals, and many other costs incurred from the accident. However, all the money in the world cannot bring Jeff, Maddie, Brooke, and Lauren back to their grieving families. Automobile crashes are horrible regardless of the circumstances. However, when drinking and driving are part of the picture, the results are even more devastating. Sadly, this happens many times each year in Cherokee County and around the United States.
Attends Southern Polytech State University in Marietta, Georgia. He hang glides, he plays the guitar, he loves to hang out with his friends, and he works nights at the Home Depot on Wade Green Road. Well, guess what? There was an article printed about him on the AJC Constitution Wednesday, April the 6th of this month. Here's what it said. It's the Atlanta Journal-Constitution, April the 6th, 2011. Funeral today for ball ground man who died and crashed. Services will be today for the ball ground man killed in a one-car crash. Cody Scott Valentine, 21, died at the scene of a crash on Cons Creek Road. Cons Creek Road is where I live. my child was 1.9 miles from my house texting and driving his girlfriend. Cody Scott Valentine was driving his Toyota Tacoma. It ran off the right shoulders. Reports indicated that Valentine attempted to get his pickup truck back on the roadway. He overcorrected, crossed the line, and struck a tree. Valentine was pronounced dead at the scene. Remember my son I just told you about? Guess what? He doesn't attend Southern Polytech anymore. He doesn't play the guitar anymore. He doesn't hang glide anymore. They're unveiling his truck. He was texting and driving. Remember the words pronounced dead at the scene? We're here today so your parents or anyone that you love or even know doesn't have to do something like this. It was all over a stupid telephone. He was 21 years old, texting and driving. Y'all got the pictures? Oh, okay. This is a picture of my son. You'll see a picture of him. Actually, his little sister is holding up one of the pictures, Brianna. There's a sign, a picture of his memorial site. And a picture of him with his brother and sister. When you text and drive, this is some things I got off the internet. It takes your eyes off the road an average of 5 seconds at a time. At 55 miles an hour, that's like driving the length of a football field completely blind. By the way, there was no speed involved. There was not a drop of alcohol. There was not a drop of drugs in that child's system. It was just about texting and driving, and I know just about every single one of you do it. I asked that as of this moment right now that you never do it again. Don't do this to your parents, what my child accidentally did to his. I've learned since April the 3rd, every single day gets harder and harder and harder. Today I followed that truck down the road to come to this high school. Totally lost it. That's the truck that I used to pass up on the road and wave to my child. I want to thank everybody, all the firefighters, the coroner's office, EMTs, the school. What an awesome program they're doing to try to save your life. I thank you for Malden too, that helps all this, that they put on an awesome scene.
Real quick, guys, on behalf of the Cherokee County Emergency Services, Woodstock Fire and Police Departments, the Cherokee County Coroner's Office, Air Methods Transport Service, and Malden's Body Shop, we thank you for your attention. We hope that you all think twice and make wise decisions when you get into a vehicle.
Hopefully people have learned from this. Don't text and drive, don't drink and drive, and hopefully they'll take this back with them and hold that for the rest of their lives. Not only in high school, but just in everyday life.
She needs her mommy, and I need my wife.
First, I wanted to thank Cherokee and Woodstock High School for inviting us out here. I think this is an invaluable tool, not only for our firefighters, but for all the students. And I appreciate them letting us come out here. And I hope the students really hit home about texting and driving.
Well, I guess I just didn't realize how serious this was, and then when I heard the guest speaker talking about her son, it was really sad to hear all that, and then to actually go through it and experience it. It was a shock to see what they actually went through and the danger that it actually involves.
It was really intense. I mean, you don't realize what
people go through an accident. It was really interesting to be a part of it, and it was kind of cool.
I think it's a pretty useful tool because it actually gives you a chance to see what happens as opposed to just being told about it. If you hear about it, it just kind of goes in one ear and out the other because you hear it all the time. Then you actually get to see what's out here, get to see the car, the kind of damage done, see bodies in the cars, EMTs pulling them out, putting them in a hearse. It kind of brings home a little more how serious it is. I think it's a pretty useful tool for it.
I never thought my brother would text and drive, but I knew he did when he had a cell phone before the law was really out. And it just hard that he actually lost from it. And we were in Pigeon Forge, and we just woke up when we got the sheriff's call, so it was really hard. But I know he's in a better place, and my mom's helping us do this now, so it's really good for us.
Hi, my name is Fawn Valentine. This is my daughter Brianna. I have a 21-year-old son that was killed due to texting and driving, and I've asked to speak about what Ghost Out is and how it affects us. Ghost Out is an awesome program. It's put on by the Cherokee County firefighters. They have Lifelike come out, EMTs come out, the firefighters, the fire trucks themselves, and a coroner. It recreates a crash scene. Awesome job. It takes a lot of people to put this together, and they just do a wonderful job, and we really appreciate it. And just remember, everybody, please, on my behalf, on Cody's behalf, don't text and drive. Thank you.
It's a good feeling to know that people actually get the message that you shouldn't text or drive, or you shouldn't drink or speed or anything while driving. It's really a serious message, and we want to send that out to the people.
I want this to help people realize that it's not okay to drink and drive, and it's extremely dangerous, and it's not okay to text and drive.
Yeah, it's a good feeling to know that we've affected our friends' lives, and hopefully we can save lives through this experience.
I mean, it's an eye-opening experience, definitely, just to see what one minor thing could do and how bad it could affect people. So it definitely